day 47 today. So that means I'm supposed to be in the French Marquesas in 3 days time. They're still, at least, 1,300 and some miles. Yesterday, I did, I think, 30 something miles. It's ridiculous. I cannot get the boat to move. I cannot get this boat to sail herself. I don't have electronic steering. I've only got the hydrovane at the back there, which is brilliant. But under these circumstances, with big seas and very little wind, nothing really works at all. So I've had to be on the helm, and I'm doing 12-hour days on the helm. I'm being burnt. I'm just getting so tired. I'm having to go to bed and let the boat just sail off course overnight. And we've been doing like 1.5 knots. It's super bad. We've got a long way to go, and this is crazy. So the weather's come down enough, the sea has come down enough. I'm going to try something different. I'm going to boom out the boom today. I'm going to rearrange the rig. The sails have been up and down more time than a bad girl's underwear, I tell you. I'm glad I stocked this boat up. I still got a lot of water. I've got a lot of food. It's boring food. It's beans and beans. I've no fresh food at all now. And I'm very tired. The wheel lock on here keeps failing because of the swell pushing against the rudder. So I've made myself a little contraption here, which helps keep the wheel more or less where I want it. This morning I put 2 poles up. I've got 2 sails, balance them as best I can, and she's coming off every sort of 10 minutes or so. I have to go up, but she is pretty much self-correcting, and we're doing a miserable 2.5 knots. But you know, I can get below. I haven't even done any reading or anything at all, or editing anything now for weeks, 3 weeks I think. Yeah. But this is a success. I can hear some fluffing now, so I better go and check it out. There she is. Shaddy's bipolar. I don't think I can say that, can I? But we got 2 poles out. Balanced things as best I could, although she has been fluffing up one side or the other, so it's not going to be perfect. Again, the sea's a little bit lumpy, but it's the best thing that we've had now for weeks, and I'm just breathing a sigh of relief that the boat's actually sailing herself for once. Wow, no one at the helm. Now that's something different. And the hydrovane's got some grip in the water. I did figure out we got a 2-knot current following us. So when we're only doing a couple of knots, we're actually almost standing still in the water. Hence some of the problems we've had. Yeah, it's more settled. I'm hoping this will stay with us for a few days, but we do need more wind. I've kind of got resigned to the fact that I'm going to be nearly another month out here at this speed to do basically 2.5 miles an hour, to do 1,000, I think it's 300 something miles. I haven't checked this morning. We did under 40 miles yesterday. That's just, you know, we should be doing it 85 miles a day minimum, and we haven't done that. We did that a couple of times. I was thinking I haven't seen 5 knots on the boat since we left. We did 4 knots the other day for about an hour, and I'm like, yeah, cock a hoop I was. But there's just, the sea looks like it should be windy. It's rough and windy looking and all troubled. But there's just a breeze here. It's a good breeze, but it's not quite enough for me. I'm a heavy boat. I need more than just a breeze. Homemade chili. Haha, that'll give me some extra wind. That night I thought I'd spend an extra few hours on the helm. It was such a beautiful evening. And then I noticed something very, very strange in the sky. It looked a little bit like something out of Star Wars, the Death Star or something like that. A strange globe in the sky. It wasn't until I'd looked at it for a few minutes that I realized it was an eclipse of the moon. Never seen that before. Very spooky, very interesting. And a sight I'll never forget. Of course, with the boat moving, it was a little bit hard to photograph and film. I'm slowly working out what's going wrong, and it's a combination of a lot of different things all happening at the same time. And the latest thing is what I saw over the side of the boat this morning, which has really ruined my day. Take a look at this. It is really bad. This is slowing us down, and there's it's come up the sides of the boat on the paintwork as well. You can see how far she's been heeling over and how far the waves have been coming up. So it's actually formed on parts of the boat that don't stay under the water regularly. It's just, this stuff is incredible, and it's taking over the boat. It's a mat of this stuff. I've heard stories of this before, but I didn't believe them. I do now. And if we're out here another month, I don't know what, because all that slows the boat down. That's really, really bad. It slows the boat right down. And of course, the more the boat slows down, the more stuff grows on the boat. So it's yet another thing. So I'm kind of resigning the fact that we're almost just drifting towards the islands right now. We're looking at 70 days here, I think. And there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing I can do about it. But we're safe, you see, we're safe. That's the main thing. Just take it easy and be safe. But I'm worried about people back home who will worry about me now, because I'll be officially late and then missing. By the time I get in, I'm fearful that they're going to activate all the rescue services and various people like that, which is a good thing, really. That's why you have eyes on shore and this, but embarrassing. Okay, well, maybe I will need rescue services in another month. I'll certainly need some beer and pizza, that's for sure.
Coming home to you. I'm on a slow moving Greyhound. Oh, you know, but soon I'll be pulling up to my baby station.
My eyes on shore, my friend Dave, who's watching out for me, my cousin Malcolm and my sister will be worried, and I'm worried they're worried, because I'm already over a week late, and I will be 20 days late. So I'm worried that they're worried, and what they're thinking now They must be thinking some horrible things, but yeah, here I am eating jam and bread and doing my laundry. I'm worried about getting my oven clean, you know, doing my chores. I haven't any way of contacting anybody on shore. There's no internet here, no Wi-Fi, nothing. I really need this trip to be over now. Really, really, really. So it went on day after day after day. Every morning at first light I'd get up, I'd have some unsteady steps while I got used to the rolling of the boat. Then I'd make a coffee. Nothing happens on board Shaddy without coffee in the morning. Then I'd probably go on deck and sweep up the flying fish. Because the scuppers are so small, they can't fit through, so you can see just how big the waves have been on the previous night, coming over the boat and deposit loads of fish and leave them to die on the deck. And just when I thought it couldn't get any worse, I nearly lost the mainmast. The forestay securing pin had in fact failed and come halfway out. The cotter pin had broken and I nearly had a failure on the forward rigging. I couldn't get it all the way back through, so I got it halfway through and secured it with a new pin. It would have to do until I reached land. I didn't loosen off all the rigging, which is what it would take to put the thing all the way back through. The day's run was good. We're doing about 50 miles every 24 hours at the moment, which is not too bad, considering we've got 4 inches of growth on the bottom of the boat. We've got 272 miles to run, so we're getting there. A few more days, and I'm glad of that because I'm exhausted. I took the day off today. I was so tired. And the boat actually did steer for a while. Sometimes you get views like this, just absolutely awesome. Rain-filled clouds, but the orange sun going down behind them. And the vista is just massive. I'm looking at a stretch of like maybe 20 miles long out there. And it is fabulous. But the sea's been quite high. And there will be again tonight. I had a rough time last night. Got hit by some big ass waves. And I'm completely exhausted. So looking forward to hopefully a quiet night tonight.
Still French Navy aircraft. Copy then. Can you confirm your problem that you had days before?
Yes. The weather, I had bad weather, and I have no automatic steering, so I have to stay on the helm. I have to steer the boat all day myself, and so I have to stop in the evening and the night for resting. And also I have much growth on the bottom of the boat, so it's very hard for me to maneuver the boat. And I also have a problem with my mast, so I cannot take full sail. I have to go slowly.
Copy. We're on your position in a few seconds, and that's okay. We stay just 5 minutes around your position.
Okay, merci, monsieur. Yes. Oh, I hear you. Okay, yes. All is good, and I will check in with you when I arrive in 4 days.
Copy that. Copy that. Many thanks. So we give the feedback to our rescue team, and I wish you a good sea to Ivawa. Do not hesitate to call if you have any problem on VHF or iridium, if you have an iridium on board.
No iridium, only VHF. Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you, merci.
You're welcome, so have a good sea and be brave. The weather is good to Ivawa, you still have the same conditions.
Okay, that's good to know. Okay, this is White Shadow out. It was the French rescue. Oh wow, that was the French Hc rescue. Well, my folks back home are gonna be so happy that I'm still around, you know. I was so worried for them. They must have put the call through and the Hc rescue guys came out to me, so I hope the message goes back. Wow. God, thanks to my friend Dave who looks out for me. He must have put the call in. Dave, that was spectacular, mate. Wow. All of a sudden I feel I'm not alone out here. Wow, I tell you what, the emotion lately has been so... I've been fighting for every single mile, every single goddamn mile. It's been very difficult. It's nearly 70 days now, I think. I lost track of time. Wow. Yes, good. This is it better this way or that way? This is day 49. Situation's getting a bit more worse. Last a bit more worse. I'll start that again. And the situation is getting a little bit bad.